Hey guys, how are you doing? 12 to 12 again today for you, and as I said in my story a while ago, no equipment or anything needed today. We are going to do a leg exercise, a glute bridge and glute thrusts, which you can use added weight across the hips if you have anything. So whether that's weight plates, a kettlebell, dumbbell, something like that, or something from around the house, a school bag, which I've showed you in some of the previous videos. But for today I'm going to demonstrate everything without any weight, but that is one that you can add weight quite easily. And that's the one we're going to start with. We're going to start with the lower body, the glutes and the hamstrings are getting hit. So I'm going to show you a few different variations, and you can then, again, as well as adding weight, you can pick your variation on the exercise to make it a little bit tougher, a little bit easier, depending on what you're aiming for. So for the first one, I'm just going to show you on the ground with two legs. So we'll use our rug here just for something to lay on. So lying back, we're bringing the heels in close to the glutes, keeping the head and hands down. We're going to do glute thrusts for 20 seconds, where we power the hips up towards the ceiling and squeeze the glutes. Then we're going to rest for the 10 as normal, and after the thrusts we're going to do a glute bridge, where we just power up and hold and squeeze. So we've the variation of doing them on the floor, and we've the variation of doing them single-legged. So you can do both the thrusts, and also you can do the bridge single-legged or double-legged on the floor. And then our next variation is to do them off a couch or bench or something. So that just gives you a little bit more range of motion, because obviously you're not coming in contact with the ground. So double-legged, okay. Powering up, squeezing the glutes, 20 minutes of or 20 seconds of thrusts, rest for 10, and then 20 seconds of the glute bridge, powering those hips up high as you can and squeezing the glutes. Okay, so for now I'm going to start on the ground. So I'll show you that for the first couple of rounds, and then we might move back up onto the bench. So again, pick your poison, do what you can do yourself, on the floor, on the couch, double leg or single leg, or again add some weight across the hips. Okay guys, so all glutes and hamstrings here for our first one, and as usual, tab of the drill. So it is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, and we're ready to rock for our first one, glute thrusts.
3, 2, 1.
So keeping your head and your hands down, shoulder blades are in contact with the ground, you're powering through the hips, you're squeezing the glutes and hamstrings, a little pause in the top position every time, just for a half second,
2, 1.
and rest. Good job. Okay, so we're going to stay down here and we're going to do a bridge next. Couple of deep breaths.
2, 1.
So the bridge, you basically perform one rep of a thrust, bring it to the top, and then hold. So head, hands, shoulder blades, heels are all down, glutes, hamstrings are up high as you can, and squeeze as hard as you can.
1.
Alright, good stuff. Okay, we'll stay here for one more, guys. So again, you can alternate now. You can go to a single leg one if you want, if that's a bit tougher for you, if you're able. I'm going to stay double leg just for today. So powering up, breathing through the reps, squeezing the glutes. Good job guys. We're back to a bridge now again. So it's going to be power up, one rep, hold it there at the top for 20 seconds. So power up, squeeze glutes and hamstrings hard as you can. Breathe through it. Well done guys. Well, I'm going to jump onto the couch for the next 2 rounds.
3, 2, 1.
So this one now, as you can see, a lot more movement in the body because we have that extra space, extra range of motion. So my whole back spine is staying straight. When I come off the couch, my head comes with me. When I power back up, my head goes back up with me. Okay. So that little bit of extra range of motion just makes it a little bit tougher, which is a good thing. And a glute bridge now again. So my shoulder blades and head are down, once again, same as they would be on the floor. Lower back, glutes, hamstrings, everything's up, high as possible, and squeeze and hard as possible.
3, 2, 1.
Great job. Okay, we just have one of each left, guys. Last set of the glute thrusts. And again, if you want, you can go single-legged here.
3, 2, 1.
So I did everything today double-legged, but you could go single where you alternate left for a set, and then right for a set. Or even go left, then hold the bridge,
3,
right,
2,
then hold the bridge. Good stuff. So we've one last bridge left, guys, and then that's the glutes finished with.
3, 2, 1.
And then the other progression with these guys, as I said, is you can have a weight here across your hips, so that when you're pressing up against a bit of extra weight and resistance. Keep breathing through.
3, 2, 1.
Down and rest. Great job, guys, well done. First tablet drill done. We're going to move on to kind of upper body and core one next. It's an exercise I call myself a travelling plank. People call them different things, plank up, downs and whatnot. Basically I call it a travelling plank because you're travelling up and down. I'll demo there in a second, but you're travelling up and down from a plank position on your forearms to a press up position on your hands. So we're just going to travel up and down for 20 seconds. So we did a lot of different planks yesterday. A regular plank, a side plank, a plank with a leg lift that was activating our glutes and hamstrings there as well. So we're going to try the travelling plank today. So that's going to be our moving exercise, travelling up and down for 20. Then we'll rest for 10, and then we're going to do a hold again afterwards. So the travelling plank, guys, again, fairly straightforward standard plank position to begin with, on the forearms and on the toes. And then one hand at a time, you're pressing up, travelling up and down from the plank position to the press up position. Okay? So, we get ready in position again. Reset the tablet timer. And we're ready to rock.
3, 2, 1.
So, keeping the core muscles nice and tight. Planks in general are kind of core exercises, but obviously, as you can see, the upper body here now is working quite a lot. Probably more upper body than core work on this.
2, 1.
Very good. We're going to take a little breather, and then we're going to hold at the top position of the press up.
3, 2, 1.
So core is again being challenged, but the upper body is coming into it quite a lot. You want to really force your body up nice and high, pushing those shoulder blades apart and up towards the ceiling.
3,
Keeping the core muscles nice and tight.
1.
Good. Okay, back down to our travelling plank next.
3,
Deep breaths as you're waiting.
1.
Keep breathing through it. And we're going back to our hold now again. Top of the press up position. Pushing the floor away, pushing your shoulders as high as you can. Breathing through it and keeping the core contracted.
3, 2, 1.
good. 2 of each done. 2 of each to go. Back to the travelling plank. Travelling up and down.
2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Well guys, we have a total of 60 seconds left on this one. Back into our hole again, up top of the presser position.
1.
Pushing the floor away, pushing the shoulders up. Nice straight line. Don't have the hips up high in the air, and don't have them sagging down either. Breathe through it.
3, 2, 1.
Well done. 1 of each left, so guys. Last travelling plank.
3, 2, 1.
Great job guys. And we're on to our last 20 seconds out of the hole again.
3,
Couple of deep breaths getting ready.
1.
And up into position. Last bit of upper body now, really push those shoulders high as you can. Pushing the ground away. And again, keeping the core muscles contracted. So we're getting upper body and core working.
3, 2, 1.
Excellent. Great stuff guys, well done. The travelling plank it's definitely a challenging one. So if that does become too difficult for you, you can just do alternating holds where you hold the bottom plank position on the forearms for 20, rest for 10, and then hold the top press up position for your next one. So that's okay if the travelling plank is too hard. If you're able for it, try that. Next one is going to be a tough one guys. We're going to do core work for the full tabla. We're going to do a standard regular crunch. So our feet are going to be planted. We're curling, getting the shoulder blades up off the ground and working all the core muscles. We're going to crunch for 20, rest for 10. Then like what we did with the glute bridge, we're going to try to crunch up into the top position and just sit there and hold it and really squeeze those core muscles. Okay, so there's no break really for the core now for the full 4 minutes, other than the little 10-second splits. So, fairly intense core work coming up. Ready to rock. Don't need to demo these, they're fairly straightforward guys. So, plant the feet, ready for a crunch.
2, 1.
Just getting the shoulder blades up off the mat. Exhaling as we come up. Don't have to be too quick with your crunches ever guys. Slow controlled reps are better.
2, 1.
And always squeeze in that last extra one. 10 seconds rest, then we're going to crunch up and hold.
2, 1.
So we're going to try hold here for 20. Well done guys, feeling that already after just one set of each. Back to crunches.
3, 2, 1.
Breathe through them now again. Keep getting plenty of action around all of those working muscles. Last few seconds.
3, 2, 1.
What we're going to do so guys is we're going to alternate our hold. Next time it's going to be focusing on the bottom. So we're keeping our head and our hands down.
1.
And just extend your legs out and hold. So head, hands,
shoulder blades, glutes, everything in the upper body is all down in contact with the ground. But from the hamstrings to the heels is elevated, and it's only up a couple inches off the ground. And rest. Good job. So we're halfway through, guys. Back to crunches.
3, 2, 1.
Breathe through the reps. Less than 2 minutes to go in today's 12 at 12. So you're almost there.
3, 2, 1.
Always squeeze in that little extra one if you think you can, guys. So now we're back to the hold for the top of the abs, the crunch. So we're going to crunch up and hold. Well done, guys. Nearly there. One set of crunches, one hold for the lower abs.
3, 2, 1.
Less than 10 seconds on the crunches. We're nearly there.
3, 2, 1.
Well done, guys. And our last hold now again is lower abs. Head, hands
3,
down, brace against the ground.
1.
And then from hamstrings to heels is elevated. And it's at most 2 inches up off the ground. Keep them very, very close to the floor. You feel in your lower back as well as in your kind of core muscles here in the front, the abdominals.
3, 2, 1.
Great job, guys. Excellent stuff. Hope you enjoyed today. Very straightforward workout. Very little equipment or anything involved. Let's say with the glute thrusts, you can bring in the couch or a similar sort of bench chair. You can bring in some weight into it by putting it across the hips. The travelling plank and the plank hold up in the press position, you don't need any weight whatsoever. And obviously for our crunches, you don't need any weight, or the 2 holds for the upper or lower abs. So very easy exercises to do, guys. Again, as always, give me some feedback. If you'd like more exercises with equipment, if you do have equipment at home, let me know. I've also been talking to a few people about extending the duration of the 12 at 12. People looking to do more an actual class style. Obviously I teach classes myself on a normal basis every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. So if people are looking to do classes with me, get involved, get online, let me know. Drop me some feedback, what's the best way to do them. Instagram Live, set up Zoom or one of these kind of Skype, FaceTime things. So let me know your thoughts, your feedback, what you'd like to do, what you'd like me to do, and we'll keep pushing, keep getting ourselves through this and just take it day by day. So thanks a million for tuning in as always, guys. Stay safe, stay home, help the HSE, and talk to you soon.